Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. In this video, we will learn about the for loop in the C programming. So it is one of the core looping structures in the programming and explores various ways how it can be used. We'll try to see. So now let's try to have a detailed breakdown about this one. So now here, let's try to why looping. So why we need the looping in the programming. I already discussed about this one. Looping allows repetitive execution of instructions in a program. For instance, computing simple interest for multiple inputs or printing a sequence of numbers can be achieved efficiently using loops. So there are different types of loops are there. So one is while, for, and another one is do while. So you know about this one, do while. So now we have learned about this while loop already in our previous video. Now we are learning about in this video we will focus on the for loop and its flexibility. So what is the definition of this for loop? The for loop. The for loop enables concise specification of initialization, condition, testing and incrementing or decrementing of an counter in one line. So that means the entire initialization, condition testing and also incrementing or decrementing in one line it will try to do it. So the syntax for this one is, so it will look like something like this. For initialize, semicolon, condition, semicolon and next one is the increment. So these three things will be in one line only and you will be having body of the loop. So here initialization means sets the loop counter to its starting value. Condition means tests whether the loop should continue executing or not. Increment means updates the counter after each iteration. So I will try to show you one simple example how we can implement this one. So already I have a simple example with me. So let us move into this one. Here I will try to copy and paste it. So the same thing I will show you with a simple example here. Yeah. So here we have initialized the variable. How it works, let's try to see. So now here we have initialized the variable principal, year and also count. We are having a rate of interest and simple interest. So here the count starts at 1. So here we have initialized the count starts at 1. And the condition is count less than or equal to 3. Ensures that the loop runs 3 times. And increment count plus plus. So now here it has incremented count plus increments the counter after each iteration. So here I will try to show you the execution of this one. So in it, the counter is set to example count is equal to 1. So here it has set. So it will test if the condition is less than or equal to 3. Is true means then the loop execute. If it is not true means the loop will exit. And execution, the loop of the body runs here. So after the body executes, the counter is again updated and it will retest again the condition. The condition is re-evaluated. If it is false means then the loop exists. So this is how it will happen. Now if I try to execute this one, so here you will be able to see, okay, 3000 and 2 and rate of interest is 3. So you will be able to see it like this. Again it will ask you. So 1000, 100, 3 and 2, 4. So like this you will be able to see. And again it will ask you. So this is how you will be able to see. So it has asked 3 times. Why? Because the for loop has executed this one. So this is how the loop this is how the for loop works. So variations of the for loop. So now I will try to show you the variations of the for loop. So the flexibility of the for loop. So the for loop has a lot of flexibility. So that is the main thing which you need to understand. The flexibility of the for loop is demonstrated with different examples. Right now I will show it. Each variation emphasizes that initialization, condition and increment can be adapted to suit your specific requirements. So in different ways we can use this for loop. The first one is the standard usage. I will try to show you the standard usage for this one. So I will copy it and show you. This is a standard usage. So now int I have initialized declared the variable. So for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus and it will try to print it. So here if I try to show you the output for this one, in our online C compiler, let's try to see it. So here, so now I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10. So it will print the values from 1 to 10. So now here we have, it will print the numbers 1 to 10. So braces are optional for single statement in the loop body. So if you are having only single means, so the braces are optional. So you can have it. If you want, you can have it. It's nice to have it. Or otherwise, if you are having single statement means there is no need to have a braces. So now here it will execute from 1 to 10. So incrementing inside the loop. Okay. So for example, if you don't want to use this I++ means you can remove here and just you can keep a semicolon and at the bottom you can write this I++. Now this also works the same. So not a problem. So here what is happening? The counter is incremented inside the loop body, not in the first statement. So here the counter is incrementing inside the loop body, not in the first statement. So initialization outside the loop. For example, let's say that you don't want to initialize it here. So already you got it initialized at the top. So then it's also okay. So you need to keep a semicolon here and like this. So now if you want, you can keep it I++ in the inside, or otherwise you can keep it in the outside also. So here also you can keep it. So now if I try to run it, then also it will work without any problem. So here initialization int I is equal to 1 is done before the for loop only. So initialization and incremented outside the loop. So for example, if you don't want this I++ means, so you can have it inside this one also, and you can do this like this also. So I less than equal to 10, I++ like this also you can do it. Now if you execute this one, this also works. So both initialization and increment are handled outside the for loop. So semicolons must still be present. So you need to understand that, note that semicolons must still be present. So you cannot remove this semicolon. So if you try to remove the semicolon like this means, then the issue will come. So it will throw you an error. Okay, so here like this. So you need to keep the semicolon. So the next one is combined condition and the increment. So you can also combine the condition and also the increment. For example, let's say that you are having an int I, okay, and here I have initialized to I is equal to 0, semicolon, and I++. You can also use this like this I increment. Now 0 will be tested, then afterwards I will be printed. Now this also works without any problem. Sorry, we need to keep the semicolon here. Now this also works without any problem. Okay, so it has printed up to 11. So if you remove this one, then up to 10 it will print. So here I++ performs the post increment, comparison I less than 10 happens first, and then increment happens after the completion. So that is the thing you need to understand. You can also use the pre-increment also for this one. So if you want, you can also use the pre-increment. ++ I less than or equal to 10. So then run this one. So then also you will be able to see the same output, you will be able to run it. So here ++ I performs a pre-increment. Increment happens first, and then after comparison I less than or equal to 10 happens after. So this is all the different ways how we can use the for loop. So in the summary, at last in the summary, what I want to tell you is flexibility of for. You can perform initialization, condition checks and increments anywhere, even outside the for statement, as long as semicolons are correctly placed. Compactness. The for loop integrates all the required steps of looping in a single line, making it concise and also the readable. And the last one is variation. Different styles show how versatile the for loop can be depending on the situation. So this is how you will be able to implement the different ways. So I have shown you, right, how many different ways you can customize the for loop. So you can use the initialization, condition checking and also the incrementation, or otherwise if you want to do it outside also you can do it. You can check only the condition. So condition must be checked. So you cannot skip the condition in the for loop. So this is how you will be able to see. So now you can apply the for loop effectively in different scenarios and in different ways you can have it. So let me know if you have any doubts or anything in the comments. So if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. And if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video and I will try to give the reply. Thank you.